right, today we're going to look at a couple touchdowns that were spanned a couple weeks apart. So this first one, this was week 10 against the Cowboys. You're going to have this kind of cross country dagger look with Watson as the front man, clearing space for Lazard behind him. Touchdown's going to go to Watson. Let's watch it, and then we'll kind of talk about it. And I believe I talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. So we won't spend a ton of time with it, but we will just kind of talk about it a little bit and set the stage for our next one. So it's going to go to Watson. Touchdown. This is his third touchdown of the day. Huge day for Christian Watson, who just continues to ascend. So let's take a look at what are we looking at. So it's that's fourth quarter, 2.5 minutes, first and goal at the 7. They're in 12 personnel. They're in 12 personnel, which is one running back right there. And they got two tight ends who are in this, whatever you want to call it, hip slot, YY wing look there. So 1 and 2, which then you assume two wide receivers. So what they're going to do, they're going to run this, what I look at as you can call it different things, or what down here in the red zone, the spacing is a little different. I still put in the same bucket. I look at this as a cross country dagger, where this guy's going to run this. If it's like true cross country dagger, middle of the field, it's going to be push a little deeper, but you kind of get this deep crosser. Here it's going to be more of a drag because you're in compressed confines here of the red zone, and then you're going to do here. So the way you typically read this is you read this inside out. So you read this guy first as the 1. You're seeing, okay, has he got anyone with him? Is he dragging anyone with him? The idea is you drag guys out here to create space behind you, and the second read is here for the 2. So you're reading the initial guy. If he's open, throw it to him. If he's not open, is he dragging guys with him? If he's dragging guys with him, that means this guy's open here, and that's 2. And then to kind of add on to this a little bit, just to kind of reset our base like that. Got this cross-country dagger look. Dagger is vertical compared with this. So cross-country is what I've heard it called, where you get this kind of crosser to drag as opposed to just straight vertical. Then you're going to get kind of a chip release here to work as flat control. So you don't have a guy like just free to drop deep. There's something holding him shallow. So you get this little chip release flat control there. And on this one, it's going to go to Christian Watson because he's a very fast man. He just outruns guys. So he's going to release. He gets that inside release. You get Van Der Esch kind of dropping back there. But you can see right here, Rodgers isn't even on his last step. He's reading. Again, that man there is held by that chip release from Tunyon, so he can't just drop deep back. He's just going to run. He's already got the angle on these guys, so Rodgers is going to throw it up over the top. We're going to kind of watch what those guys do a little bit. I mean, they clear, and Van Der Esch is there as well, but there's not a ton of separation there. And again, you read inside out. So this doesn't matter at this point. I'm just pointing that out for what's going to happen on the next one. He's got the angle. That's the first read, inside out. I've got him. I'm throwing him. Touchdown. Again, the important part, one of the important parts here is that chip release to hold him, because if there's nothing holding him, this guy can fade underneath, and then suddenly that's gone. And then but then in that case, you go from 1 over there to 2, and you read that out. So that is from the Cowboys game. That's Christian Watson's third touchdown. There he is. Counting them. How many? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 3 touchdowns. Okay, and then we'll look at it from this angle here. Rodgers looking. See play action. You can see he's eyes up. Watson's there. Nothing but space. Move that for a second. You got the flat control over there. So he's got him. He's got the angle. I like that. I'm just going to take it. Throw it up. Christian Watson, touchdown. All right. This was from this past weekend against the Eagles. Slightly different look. It's still going to be 12 personnel, but the look is going to be different because you're going to have, it says 12 personnel. 1. There we go. Okay. So it's actually, this says I've got this at 12. I think it's actually 11 personnel. It is 11 personnel, actually. So we're going to have, I don't know why I've got it at 12. It doesn't bother anyone other than me. So you have Lazard over here. And you got the 1-1, so that's your 11, and then you got 3 wide receivers. We're going to have Lazard's going to walk down here. Actually, we'll play it and we'll watch it. This is going to be a touchdown to Cobb as the follow on the right side. You can see Cobb kind of touches his helmet, some kind of alert, like this is what we're going to. And we got the same exact look, only this time it goes to Randall Cobb. So, and again, so we're going to have. So Lazard, we'll start here. His motion. Rodgers has a little check. He touches his helmet. Cobb touches his helmet. I hear you. We're going to have Lazard down. kind of this. He'll go down here for this duo blocking look, where you try to get double teams on the guys in here, and you really kind of pound it inside, run that inside. So you got him down here where the last one had that YO wing, the hip slot look. You're now getting this little more compact because you do have this inline tight end with Lazard in behind him. Lazard is going to work as a chip and release. So Lazard is going to be our flat release. Christian Watson, they're going to be kind of this little crisscross action here. Christian Watson is still going to be our clear. So he's going to be the first read there. And then we're going to have Randall Cobb, who's going to kind of angle out and then come back in behind him. He's our 2. So that's our reads. Same thing as the last time, slightly different. The only difference is up here. They're running with 11. I've got 12, but they're running with 11 here. You're still going to have a chip release for the flat release. You're going to have a little crisscross release here, and it's going to end up going to Cobb behind him. But so you mess with the releases, you mess with the alignment, but you're running the exact same play. So we'll see what happens here. So we've got, again, Christian Watson running. Now he's running a little shallower. They're a little further back. A little further back. No, they're at the 7. It's still the 7. So he's that little underneath release there has him a little shallower. So instead of out there, he's down below. He still has an angle. And again, you still have down here, because the flat release, you still have that, or so you've got the flat control there. But you've got this guy kind of coming up over the top. So if this goes to Watson here, probably not a touchdown because he can come down and hit him. But that just means, all right, that's kind of, you like the angle. You could throw that if you want to. That's your 1. But based on some of the angles there, I don't really like that one. You move to the 2 because I've moved 2 guys. I've moved this window. Cobb was able to push out. We'll watch his release in a second. Push out, get inside release. Then he's just going to kind of come to the middle. All that vacated space that we drug out with those guys here, you're able to work Cobb in the middle. Rodgers just throw that. Beautiful throw by Rodgers. Great catch by Cobb. Good concentration. Tremendous throw by Rodgers. So again, we're going to see got this little hip slot thing here, or not hip slots, but he's going to kind of be that Y insert or whatever you want to call it for that look. And again, we're going to have Watson running across our face. There he is there. Rodgers reading this out. You can see him looking. That's the first read. I see this safety here. I don't have the clear angle that I would like here, but I also know what that means down the line. So we just switch, move right over to the next one. I've got an angle there. I'll watch this throw. Beautiful throw. You can watch him kind of bounce. Just watch his we'll actually go back and watch the Cobb release too. Bounce, like it. Just an absolute dart on the money to Randall Cobb. And we'll go back real quick and we'll watch the release of Randall Cobb here, and then we'll get out of here. But I always love these, the same play, some of the same players. It's still Christian Watson, which makes a lot of sense on that drag there, because you're using the speed that you threaten them with that. You force a reaction out of there. So you use him, but now you're using Cobb as the guy behind, and that little push out. I like that. We didn't have that. Lazard kind of ran against the Cowboys, kind of that vertical, and then kind of what you think of from the dagger, that vertical. I like Cobb's got that angle out to set the guy up, and then kind of able to get that inside release that way. So I really like that from Cobb. We'll watch his release real quick. Just a really nice swim move back inside to get that inside position. Really well done. So want to point those out. Same play, couple weeks apart, same result, but 2 different reads, just based on the leverage and all that stuff. And I don't know. I thought that was interesting. So I hope you guys thought that was interesting as well. And I'll talk to you next time.